Professor Solomon Nunu, President of University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG. Good morning to you, Kenariki Mensa. Have a good day. Thank you for everything. And to you, Kojo, Kwasin, and Nana, you all have a good one. Happy birthday number 64 to you, Madame Mary Apia, aka No Mary. It's from your daughter Vera Yabrak of Kaneshi Presby Church. Happy birthday, sweet mom Mary Apia. One to Mr. John Boabing, aka Mr. Boabing Drugstore, Apam. Happy birthday from your dear wife Nana Grace. And your children Fifi, Prince, Jerry, Wilmina, Shat, Nyakwa, and Nahima, all of Apam. Have a good one. Memo break wa hame sign aba minko ahomano so namine Professor Solomon Nunu enko twetwe nkomo Prof Mache
Peace FM
Nyamia domboko na so
Nyamia donate me
Prof mo best start lectures in there
but try and none of the lectures are starting
at University of Ghana
me give this lectures are starting because the agreement we have, which has already gone to all campuses, is that lectures are better and none of pay. If they say they maintain anything contrary from any campus, if the ASA year can say meaning lectures courses across all the 15 branches of USAID.
Nientia maybe says yes, I can't incredible say secretary or UTAG University of Ghana Professor as for Jampon San Shasia. Omo patch say enya dia omo best started.
And no and yet we say my dream na kakra wo eno because the agreement that we work when we be enra achieve so your science and the a circular to clarify to members are any sure no and they say unite to say and one go here say what year for class then you be my home negotiations no at what because for us no a crack crime say unite say the conditions of service any aketiani any near what say you be maybe keep me any other and when they here unite meeting just to move nano to die here say if you want to hear say my buying up to coming Friday 4th March, then you be a bit me and think near their can't say me they say now at yin me re san kunya siena I am a mama kakra the University of Ghana say or not the professor of class.
Say me kind kakra bia
Okay.
kratana Professor Jampu sa shall no. Second paragraph say after extensive deliberations they directed me to bring to your attention their inability to comply with the decision of the Business and Executive Committee for the resumption of teaching on Monday 28 February 2022. And on mama reason the UTAG National Executive Committee's decision to suspend the strike has been rejected by a majority of members of public universities in Ghana, and it will not be prudent to commence teaching for a few days only to resume the strike again, given the toll this may likely impose on students and parents. Say, last paragraph now say, secondly, given the trust deficit between UTAG and government, members indicated their preference to see the outcome of the talks, engagement, not negotiations, initiated by the government to resolve this impasse, which is expected to end on March 4, before they return to the classroom. Kindly be notified accordingly. Meanings as well as criteria.
The entire Tower has said. So far, they are yet to bring it to our attention. And I mean, next platform. So they say in the air course on a more. Right now, baby, I yet do not. One could be saying, I have a bomb near yet man back as one unit. They say, let's find the Kokrokoo Ama University of Ghana. The United the key decision as UTAG. At that meeting, I yet take that decision, and no one penny phoning in our meeting now. We came to that consensus. The way we are past the United before they ahead, yet me a year, Jumano. Back because we had near more Kenya in one breath, those was the passport or you suspend the strike now. Okay, there we are suspend the Bemum, the main question Makusi be Munkunya Seal and the Mehu near old mammy and Sana Matron Hotel was a cock strike and the cock class and answer in the cock class. Mimi, when I think when you see, you know, anytime there is a war or a battle, there's always a truce. So that both parties should go back and then meet me as in Konya Akasa. That is the point I am having to say. If you're a very University of Ghana member, if they say any decision or message come back to the classroom is the right thing to do at this time. Because we should be seen to be doing the right thing. We are the creme de la creme of the country, and we should do the right thing at all times.
If they refuse?
If they refuse, then in that case, we may have to have a meeting to look at those things. I can't say exactly on my part alone what needs to be done, but always will go by our constitution. And our constitution has remedies to tackle issues of this nature.
Enti enne yeka say I was say public university na started lectures enne.
And now I can say if it was started because UPS in KMUS last week on almost started. But in this year they meaning the lectures will peak, and maybe you can send your reporters around the country and see. I know you are more than capable to do that. Next thing, people will go to class. People are going to go to class, and I believe it will peak today by midday. 18. Okay, I'll walk around. Let's check what is going on. Lectures is definitely going to take place. It's unfortunate that this lecture is about out at this time, but we'll plead with the University of Ghana. So I'm going to make this decision. Yes, I'm not paying. Here, I say piece of question. We'll be answering non-class. And one could hear say yes,
Prof, say Friday, fear day be 4th March. Na aban any moon sin kunya na ediana mobe.
And say when you see last Thursday, first meeting last Thursday. The last Thursday, you see for more and near my baby. You to meeting that is here Wednesday, I was as we are talking here, labor conference is in prior or something. I always forget Rock City Hotel, the labor conference for 80. All with the unions, the associations, labor unions and associations are here. If the NCR baby as UTAG 18, for that reason we needed to hold on to when the program and come back to the table. You were Wednesday and Thursday to talk. Into Wednesday and Thursday away anyway. As I always say, we are cautiously optimistic. We should be able to bring finality to Sanya Main. But if by that time, I say, I buy no yes and thinking to me, when I'm doing it, and when I'm a pen, then in that case, no, we'll have no other option. They move not for yen as you pack next year. The focus right now near Inconesia and Cosona, and 1 year be at 1 year quite quickly. I say, Yen Training near Bepoy members because members not. I can't be a bit and the idea to my ever more hang how or a member. It is a home who here pass say at this time.
I see. Yo, open your bed as to know that Jano pay your best battery. Professor Solomon Nunu, a President University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG. Na Nkranani said ni him saying can public universities nya beko classroom akostati achade. Na sene mwamati no se omoni aban edaso eye nkonyisi. Yeah, ukwade be ni ya wadombe san trase nti na nkomohwe ni. But Nyantiese University Teachers Association of Ghana a Legon branch. Krate Biomedia Tuja, Professor Ransford Jampunsan Shase as secretary and a general secretary. Apache say UTAG Legon branch say Omode Anyadia Omobeko class Anyadi Ombeko Aquachradia. Na yepese yeshe say Omodiano etising. Professor Jampu Mache. Boko dear. Yo, Prof. Yes, I can in Cromobia. Yes, most Monco Chadi sanity.
MS members, that is their resolve for now. Obekaya, next I can say the strike action should be suspended. But NEC decided a process. As it tries to suspend a strike action, it begins with next decision, and then you follow through with ratification from members. And the NEC decided, members also had the opportunity to ratify it. Now, but University of Ghana decision on Muteki was to reject next decision. Now, we share across the country, Ghana, now, MCC, majority of members actually, and I say, I'm able to reject the decision of NEC. Let me say, we in a process here, Monona, Yansa, a kakata, if yen management. But before I go on, Yan Pantuja said, and to public. What we did was to communicate via email internally the resolution of our members to our management. And from the two Kuwakatam and from the two medium. You observe the processes the members being able to reject the decision of the economy and say and Sakata if your management was a yende young course at the chair as now members as at release and they insisted as I said an emergency meeting na yetibubu especially in the light of the fact that the rejection process and as a ratification process are ongoing until career training or movie and after they feel that if majority per their calculation have voted to reject the next decision then say obeko akotra de na APR fear that obesa akasa will strike it puts a lot of toll on the students and then also on parents. And and emergency meeting. Now the decision that was taken was what we communicated internally to management. Now they come almost so swiftly, almost so I respond. Not so internal matter, which unfortunately, internal, it's been leaked and it's circulated out there. But I'm unable to disclose what he told us via the internal mail. So almost actually, and pay executive committee of UG tag Edebisia na Abubu na fi the decision as our common members. If it becomes necessary as members, but say share in an emergency meeting, you might be share until
now, National Executive Committee of UTAG at the Atudra say strike has been suspended. Now, minimum run no constitution party says moment ratifier it makes it null and void. Sanity.
Pacho say ratifier and it makes it null and void.
Is that what the law says for you guys?
That's what our constitution says. Say I'm ratifier. Send I say it could be 10 campuses they vote to. 9 of them have voted to reject the decision of NEC. Now, 8 crampo able to a majority. But say 9 has voted. Into technically, one cannot able to or move to crash it and also move to accept that it will be a majority decision. And the American says majority will decide this idea. As I said, NEC as a extraordinary meeting. Now, will decide the date for the resumption of the strike. If a majority decide to say one respect next decision there, then the strike is effectively called. So, your constitution today.
NEC has no such power to just declare and have it effected. Just a musanko to swaba.
Number one, I say NEC able to be announced and I say it declare an end of a strike. But the American, like I say, that declaration is merely advisory. Won't declare here. The next step, when I say, as I said, various members normally interrogate the reasons why NEC is taking that decision. Until when they interrogate the reasons why that decision was taken, not say, I'm for a reason to try to assume I'm between the NEC. I agree. Now, when they feel, say, after the interrogation of the decisions of the reasons given, or they disagree, on between to swap. In fact, Emran say, as I say, you get referendum on the next decision. The various campuses, what they are going through, or what many of them have gone through now, has been a referendum of the decision that was taken by NEC. Sana, it places powers in the hands of the ordinary members and not so much in the hands of the executives.
Inti, what happens to a court decision, say, suspending Madi? What happens to it?
Say, court, and so it decided, I think it was based on the court's decision and several other reasons. And NEC take key decisions in the interim. The strike should be suspended. And NEC for they were guided by the court's decision. But as I said, and it's been explained to members too, and this is what court also had said. But they also feel even the trust deficit, and I said, as I saw Monsieur resolute with regards to whatever they want to do to ensure that their conditions of service is improved. That is what it is. But like I said, I was the Gon campus the draw email be the management to just respond. Noted the response now on Modern Banana. The members so I'm sure say executive committee meeting the first near one Bekano. If they favor that we meet members immediately, I will do so. If they favor that we just issue a communique to members, I will do so. But at the end of the day, take note, the kind of leadership we are seeking to provide, is not that type that takes unilateral decision without recourse to members. We have to carry members on board. Say one members and in whatever you do, you face embarrassment. Well, there's nothing. Please let it be known to the Ghanaian public that it is not my letter. It is a letter communicating the decision that was taken by members. And to be sure, you take a decision, not a sure letter there. You can encourage the members. I'm going to say, Ansana, there could be on the continue, and you need back for and also be dinner or intransigent. We can only reflect and typify the concerns of our members and not individual APR. Then I walk and one shana will be fashion if so nipa back be now and yes, sir, we only communicate what our members tell us to communicate.
Prof, no say we are smart for nemo now a secretary now a church for now Sasha saying tin the bodino but here can say wona sebi which was utia me kan let no buka kakra can say it's a decision by University of Ghana UTAG into says I I apologize but Prof, me say baby UTAG I say moya tintin University of Ghana branch. It's as if you are defying a court order. Say, my indeed,
there's going to be a deliberate attempt on the part of anybody to defy a court's order. And I mean, you say the people here, if you are talking about UG4, indeed, they are defiant and more reasonable. They are very reasonable people. Very, very reasonable people. Well, I mean, how many years? When was the last time I would say UTAG members have taken such a transition position? Say entire massa. But almost say and when human beings are pushed to the wall, they don't enter the wall. They bounce back. The trust deficit in the Aquasro. And you can send your reporters to our campuses to gauge the mood of people. Sometimes, ordinary lectures, you have a full appreciation of what they feel and what they think. Now, perhaps it will shape your own understanding of what is going on the main campuses. And Minjin did that, say, any lecturer worth his or her sort would deliberately set out to think of undermining the court process. Minjin this, and as some naba and yeka, you need as one to say this impasse will be resolved in the shortest possible time, especially even as we try to meet our members today. We'll be able to have a certain agreement and consensus amongst ourselves, so that encompass ma so too much, whilst at the same time respecting and appreciating the mood and their demands and concerns that they have articulated, and they insist that they be redressed.
For how long are we going to be going back and forth?
Policy makers and abide. We say in the Nimiano, what is be a toho, share neck for suspended strike, and anchor, you say immediately they would put some proposal before members. And so Mukushia word, I will share that 1 week. Oh, in conference, I want your moody. When him say without thorough scrutiny and analysis, they don't get promoted. They analyze and scrutinize everything that you do. And work as a call of the strike and let us put before you a proposal. Now, members or NEC has taken that decision. Not more expected say immediately. You would also first start a certain proposal to the people, but you met only to postpone the meeting to this week. And immediately, some people, per their analysis, feel that, I say, a buying is buying time, and then I say, yes, then it fits into their intransigence. And the more folks we can't trust them. And then I say, my dream, it depends on how proactive and swift buying and its other stakeholders on the government side, acts. People would calm down.
Finally, Prof, UTAG is disobeying a court order.
And one now person
David, and you know because a buyer, make I say a buyer, and I think I saw a headline that said you can say you are willing to go to jail for this.
It was a needless and sensational report. A quick report response to that was, now you can say, to me, in fact, state institution, they are interested. The practice where as I say, I buy 1 year now, now, yes, the state institution, everyone now. And no, say, San Reno, na muta enna ibinum echingu ye edejeto edeje oman eto edemaye enti ebase nipa wuye enye dinya ye fa ahudi na se leadership patriotic leadership bibinti se ye ka se ye ombekwa akotwe mu ewojila ebinum wu enti no my reference was to leadership but not to me as a person. Again, coming back to answer your question, so modify at the court. On now, one more for 3 times with the important. I mean, country will say we are not interested in defying any court order. And NEC, it takes a decision. But if NEC decides, members have the right to also express their views about that decision. And to the members, also. Omode Omanuye Abeto Ho. So NEC say UTAG as a body defy a court decision. Probably it wouldn't have been one of the reasons why NEC called for the suspension of the strike.
Mufu said going to court, it was to threaten your lady into the court. A National Labour Commission or referee or between Labour and Abain. Say Labour any Abain in Yasem and as a Labour any Abain and Coben Chromo will be people. Nase Abain into me and Yenafimudia. National Labour Commission is unable to tell government. Say Abain near workers obey a man go free. Inkosi intino kosuye National Labour Commission into me can't have says 1 year yet over court 1 year sir namum labor ebon kaye nase 1 fee nase omuti chia. Then the next line of action, which is always like a refrain, and they say the mobile court I don't know yes sir I say as a person with the state institution, labor and person with the state institution talk labor out of legitimate concerns that they have. This will say, internet echo to the beer. Let me not make members, but OPA members you would appreciate their concerns and their resolve about some of these acts of intimidation. But take note again that Obiara any welfare or a sort of university while resolve and ask the say or violate or disobey court order. Yes, sir. Yendi ehwemja munamu ya academics ama bing. Nti yehwemu ya de eja adesre na na esremu se muhu ye mobo. Eno ana ye bitimi aka. Na samuka se mbiti aban kwa dia eniem se school no ye nyanko. Nti yesrara yesre
so yene your members no senior meeting kankai no we do not take any decision without recourse to our members. As I say, omo and omo di beer ashayensa. I mean, the kind of representation we are providing, say yes, sir, and Ghana you provide here. And Ghana bears a heaven. If leaders know, say, if you don't articulate the interest of your members, they will take you on. We'll always do what is right. And we will continue to talk to our members and we'll continue to take their views on board. But sending our kind Obiara anywhere, say immediate strike, we are not happy. But people are frustrated, people are angry. But the best why the first are members at the casa now communicate our management's position to them. Now our own decision we took last night vis-a-vis management's communication to person. The way forward. If members any omokasa now omofon say yam back down now yen share big up what the neck and the car after Friday now, we will go by that. But if members insist, send your maka and omaka, and we are just servants of members.
Prophet Asianope. Professor Ransford Jampo and Motin in Kano. Peace 104.3. This is Utah Matter. Ukraine and a pain membra Abranti be ewo your friend Kwachi Blessed Lee and Kwachi Blessed Lee or a student lawyer of Ukraine. Kwachi Machi.
Machi o Chairman General.
At say. Nyamia dum and Crandi and Kaye. Mona mo baby a Congo. Boy and come up, my puma to saying, a real to saying, or hot to saying, then a cosso.
Okay, Chairman General, my main first acquisition, being chair with you for your Omuchio and none of the piece of them. Okay, so, me Chema in ya titi, ya should be what TV so ya did, they cost for Ukraine and Russia for him. Na bako send the history behind Russia and Ukraine when na home as Soviet Union and the they were allies and Russia and control Mubibia and some other countries. Now history was your history or international relations no we anyone want this we anyone because how are U.S. America strategically FTT Soviet Union no now you know say one day Russia will bounce back and this is the time because they say no U.S. FTT Soviet Union they've gained access to NATO right now so no Ukraine for joining NATO Russia for so I would say Ukraine joining NATO, then it will give access to America to get closer to their borders, which they don't want it to happen. In the Enona, try to say Ukraine joining NATO. In the me break down about what is happening now. Somewhere last year, around November, December, now, it said the Russians are coming closer to our borders. That is the Ukrainian borders. In Tigna region, say, the western side will subject itself to dialogue. Nanka, omni Putin and negotiate, and I say, reaches some compromise, any consensus. So, but I'm going to say, now, US, we have Biden, and the post channel was so daring Putin say, America will make sure they. So me in particular, I was telling my friends, the poster of Putin, no, there will be an invasion. So you see this year, I wanted you will say Russia for not being borders Nepal through Belarus, heading towards the capital, that is Kyiv. Last 2 weeks Monday, and now he said, Oma exploded some school, some kindergarten school, over the eastern part of Ukraine, in the city called how and any Russia no share border pa blow some school be or hono. Inti ye deny ye na ye bumpire oh enko escalate. Inti yawadano nano yawadano ebano pa no 9 epa ho sima abiasa 4:30 ena madam put na key is hiring inti me sorry na me find my phone na me who say state of emergency Russian phone no affected to some explosions at some part of Kyiv near other western cities no so me make encourage them who say the government no declare state of emergency just say Ukraine you know obi panicky inti yawana panic there with like about let me see 4 cities in Ukraine the explosions no be you know but me unfortunately me more the western part of Ukraine haven't yet so far so good and any explosion in the city center and I say in the region. The only explosion I know was at the military base of this region because almost started say almost temper with all military bases around Ukraine. Until after say almost exploded some parts of Kyiv now, almost exploded some 4 cities at the eastern side of Ukraine. No, almost again the military bases around Ukraine. Until my region no, those say 69 moments we've not encountered or we've not shared any major explosions here in the city center, no, but our military base in almost empire. And one you fiada na ekoso in the eastern part, no more explosions, more attacks ekoso. Yawa memenda sa enra sa eneso sa. So chairman general in conclusion, like I say, eastern part of Ukraine India. Any Omo capital in India, it's a no-go area now. That is the hotspot of the whole thing.
I see. Na etio tutone ade no Ghana for ho a woni momo no mapom to saying bibia ya bokode evacuation to saying.
Oh, okay, so like I said, about 80% of Ghanaians here, obia eko, omo ko because say. She said they shut down the Ukrainian airspace.
Yeah.
I'm shutting it down. I buy one to me flights and I say plane MEC Ukraine say be evacuated.
Yeah.
Into that one day is impossible. And the only thing the government can resort to the neighboring countries I also know the only possible route by land. Into ministry through abandoned through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the communicate by the numbers such as students know everything affairs when they get to these border towns now. That was a good effort. And students be a result to the college route if you call Romania, if you for Hungary. If you go through I can confirm and say more Poland in there. They are saying that the government is taking good care of them, free food, free accommodation and in Komobi, because they want to reach out to government. As the government approval, they will get free flights to Ghana. We'll be able to Ghana be a free flights. Or more Romanian also. And you say, and I say, I got information say, Abino, Pepno or Hono, Ama tickets are and the first batch of Ghanaians from Romania, Ebano, they will land in Ghana. FM. So evacuation procedures, though any smooth, it's not that smooth because Chairman General, I say one thing so I had been said because most of these neighboring countries, Ghana should any a well-resourced embassy, acquire consuls, missions, on says also it's my limited kakra, especially the Romanian side, which you said. One person, that one person on one welcoming student, on one making sure that their hotels and everything will be fine. But there should be someone at the border checkpoint, because students are really going through a lot at the border. Information, any some preachers, Shaman General, it's not easy at the border. Students are being shot at, students are being attacked at the border. But countries are almost reps, and I say embassy, checkpoint for them. The authorities not allow them to go. but because your reps no almost not almost going to work inside the city now almost facilitate the well-being of students. And our people say buying and they will reach out and come up to more people so that they are people will be at the checkpoint so that the easy entry of students into the borders will not be difficult because everything got travel 2 days, if you go Friday, they are still there.
Na kwache near kwasuni na ya wuche na oda suti ho yede.
Shaman General, Dimcha me want to say, me baby me wono, I feel very safe because Ukraine are buying also rolling out like instructions or me in the western part, higher part of the hotspot, and now Seneca me forward and supra, it was a far back. Now me check it, quite a mefaso, not me tihana, whilst baby me wono, I have a bunker right underground, right on my first floor, no bunker. If you any meet Makusi was here, and no crowd when they felt or they realized that there was a threat, they could hide the all craft from others in Tampa. And you may compare with now me far I travel for like let's say 5 hours, 8 hours. Anything can happen to me in the bus. Now my son could about that was stressing me, and you may be the one who's no. If I feel safe here, I think staying here is the best option for me.
Are you the only Ghanaian? The only Ghana for students in Biwa?
Right now in my city here, Ghana fully now. I come in Kwan, and many my housemates in Kwan they were happy here.
Oh no, housemates.
Yeah, my housemates.
I see.
Like my apartment mate.
Yeah, no, Omufri.
Omufri Zimbabwe. They are Zimbabweans.
I see. And I'm hono so far no nye basa ebi any ho.
Oh nah. Chairman General, please let me use the opportunity. I don't know. Reports now cost no. We a payment now we're gonna now here. We have message, but I will say it is not exactly what is going on. If you want Ukraine now is examples. Oma to bomb scatter Ukraine now. Chairman General, Ukraine is 3 times the size of Ghana.
Peace FM.
Ukraine is 3 times the size of Ghana.
But yeah, share pictures and videos, Bana. Say, even if it's a small size of Ukraine, Krana, I am share mine.
And I make say, I was saying calm down, Kakra, because it is not on here. If you resort to pictures and videos on Kwan, open your pressure and pull, Chairman General, and the mess route for her, they should calm down and Bibia escalate your bonfire. Now, social media they should confirm because some of the videos are old videos from 2014.
Oh, sir.
Yes, some of the videos are old videos from 2014. And I make us think, sometimes we shall not like we don't know why people want to create that impression.
Is it not possible, Kwachi, and you're possible say, baby, I want to know why you think now, Kazano.
Oh, sir, someone and I make us say 4 or 5 cities in the hotspot. One thing in my area and say, what the hotspot, Kiev area almost capital city, and at the eastern part, to me, any pro Hako, this city is near the hotspot I'm called lockdown, and there's no doubt. But this western side, Hano, it is not as dangerous as how in Gofoka say a channel, because someone general, me boy, Oko school, me last one, Oko school SS. And he was panicking of friend parents. Oh, the teacher need help, but school because Ukraine now bumping to on him from Friday, like he can't sleep, he's very worried. And he imagine said, we are often now TV say, because Ukraine now, how are you going to feel?
Anyway.
It is not that. It's not like how it is outside.
Anyway, but then your foreign minister, Shirley Kobo Chame, will say evacuation be started. It's you be actually say you better buy more swati. Yeah, that's no pay. Kwachi Blessed Lee, a law student, ewo Ukraine. Na, ono so baby, I want baby, who only you who know, and not in us.